Hello, my name is Sabrina, and I am the CEO and founder of Little Aiden Press. And today I am going to read you Off to Washington, my very first children's book. We'll first start off with some character introductions. Okay, AJ is the little songbird who loves to dance and listen to all types of music. Solomon is the foodie. He loves to eat. He is always waiting by the kitchen to see what is cooking. Shaheem loves to draw. He wants to be an artist someday and have his work featured in the art gallery. Latrell wants to own his own business and wear nice suits. Talia wants to be a chef someday so that she can make some great cuisines and share her love for food. So here is AJ, Solomon, and Shaheem, and here is Latrell and Talia. The kids are so excited about taking a trip to Washington, D.C. to be honored for their more than 6,500 hours of community service. It is their first time flying on an airplane, so they are all excited. Not knowing who they will be honored by, AJ hopes to visit the White House and meet the first family. The airline steward announces that Flight 810 to Washington, D.C. is ready for takeoff. The kids are now seated and fasten their seatbelts. How long is the plane ride? Latrell asked. We should land in about 2 hours, the airline stewardess replied. The kids ready for takeoff? After a short 2-hour flight, the kids land in Washington, D.C. and are ready to see some of the historical sites of the city. Solomon yells, I can't wait to see the White House. Here's the kids. They have arrived in Washington, D.C. On the way to their hotel, AJ spots the blooming pink trees called cherry blossoms. The kids stop for a closer look. Talia says, wow, they are beautiful. The annual Cherry Blossom Festival draws the attention of thousands of people from around the world who travel to the city during the peak blossom season. Here are the cherry blossoms. The children arrive at the Hay Adams Hotel, where they will be staying for the next few days. Shaheem says, are we really staying here? At this big hotel? Talia says, yes, we will be staying here. This historic hotel was named after John Hay, private assistant to President Abraham Lincoln and later Secretary of State Henry Adams, an acclaimed author and descendant of U.S. President John Adams and John Quincy Adams. Here the kids are standing out in front of the hotel. After checking into their hotel room and leaving behind the luggage, the kids set out to do a little sightseeing in the city. The first stop on their list of places to visit is the Washington Monument. So they head there first. Finding the Washington Monument is easy. It stands tall above many other buildings. Talia explains, this is the Washington Monument. It was built in honor of George Washington, who led the country to independence and later became the first president. The monument is shaped like an Egyptian obelisk, and it stands 555 feet above the ground. Now that far from the Washington, not that far from the Washington Monument is the Lincoln Memorial. So the kids decide to stop there next. This memorial honors the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. AJ says, he's the guy who helped abolish slavery and issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Talia adds, it was the beginning of freedom for many African Americans in the United States. The kids decide to visit the zoo to see the famous panda Tyshawn, who they had seen and heard so much about on the news. The pandas were all nestled in for the day so the kids could get a good view. Shaheem laughs. The pandas are so big and cuddly. The kids start to get hungry, so they head out to find something to eat. Here's the kids at the zoo. After hours of walking around, the kids decide to stop at Ben's Chili Bowl for a bite to eat. Rubbing his belly, Solomon says, "I can't wait to taste some of those famous hot dogs." Ben's is a family-owned business that started in 1958 by a husband and wife team. The business is known locally for its chili dogs, half smokes, and milkshakes. During the riots of 1968, after the killing of Dr. Martin Luther King, Ben stayed open to help feed the police and activists during those trying times. As the kids sit and eat their hot dogs and french fries, they notice some pictures of different celebrities hanging on the wall. Over the years, many celebrities, such as President Barack Obama, Dave Chappelle, and Chris Tucker, to name a few, have left their mark. The kids are standing in front of Ben's, and then they're sitting down to eat. After a long day of touring around the city, the kids are in bed and ready to get a good night's sleep. Talia says, "Good night. Tomorrow we will ride the metro and visit the home of Frederick Douglass." So here the kids are, all nestled in bed. The morning comes and the kids head out to continue touring the city. Talia says, "This is the historic home of Frederick Douglass. He lived here for almost 20 years. Throughout his life, he did many things to help African Americans. He served as an advisor to the presidents. He was an author, journalist, and social reformer, to name a few of the many things he did. Frederick Douglass was a great leader who fought to end slavery in the United States." Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is known for his famous "I Have a Dream" speech during the March on Washington. He was a civil rights activist who spoke on behalf of African American people. He wanted equal rights for all people of color. He wanted the people to love one another and not hate based on the color of their skin. After seeing the MLK Memorial, the kids head over to the World War II Memorial site. This site is dedicated to honoring those who fought and lost their lives in the war for our country. Shaheem says, "Wow, a lot of people died." Talia answers, "Yes, they did. These were some brave men and women to stand and fight for our country." As the children start to wind down for the day, they made one last stop at the U.S. Capitol building. The U.S. Capitol building is where Congress, the federal government, and legislators meet to talk about important business and make decisions. The Capitol covers a ground area of 175,170 square feet and has a floor area of about 16.5 acres. The bronze statue stands at the top of the Capitol's dome and is known as the Statue of Freedom, which stands 19 feet 6 inches tall and weighs approximately 15,000 pounds. Talia says, "It's morning and we have got to get moving. We have a big day planned for us. We are going to meet a family that has changed America. Our ride is waiting, so let us go." The kids are picked up by a limousine and driven to the White House. When they arrive, the red carpet is all rolled out, making a first-class experience. AJ shouts, "Oh my God, we are really at the White House." President Obama says, "It's wonderful to have you here. I hope that your trip to Washington has been pleasant." AJ answered, "We have seen so many places, and to be here at the White House makes it even better." The president reaches over to shake Shaheem's hand. Once inside, the kids are welcomed by Mrs. Obama and their daughters, Malia and Sasha. Mrs. Obama says, "Welcome to our home. We are looking forward to spending the day with you." President Obama shares a few fun facts about the White House before taking the kids on a short tour. There are 132 rooms, 35 bathrooms, 6 levels, 412 doors, 147 windows, 28 fireplaces, 8 staircases, and 3 elevators. Solomon steps up to the podium to get a feel of what it's like to be in the president's shoes. "This makes me nervous just standing here," Solomon says. So they're in the White House press room. The kids make a stop by the main kitchen in the White House to get a snack. The president says, "These are some of my favorite foods I like to eat." AJ replies, "I love pizza." So now they're in the kitchen getting a little snack as they're going on their tour in the White House. The kids stop off at the White House Theater for a 3D movie with Malia and Sasha. As they continue their tour, they spotted Vice President Biden in his office. "Mr. Vice President, do you mind taking a selfie with us?" Solomon asked. President Obama says, "Before you go, Michelle and I would like to present each one of you with the President's Call to Service Award medal for your outstanding community service. I understand that all of you combined have served more than 6,500 hours of community service." Getting their service award. Talia says, "It's been a great day and an honor to spend our final day in Washington with the First Family. We appreciate your hospitality. It's time that we get going." Mrs. Obama says, "It has truly been a blessing to have you all here with us today. I hope that you enjoyed your visit." As the trip comes to an end, the kids are saying their goodbyes to Malia, Sasha, and the family dogs. As they are leaving to end their fantastic trip to Washington, D.C., the kids get a picture with the family, including the dogs, outside on the White House lawn. "Because of your service and dedication to the community, Mrs. Obama and I would like to send you back home on Air Force One," President Obama declares. Talia shouts, "Wow, this is amazing. This has been a fun, educational trip." The kids wave goodbye before boarding the plane. And that is the end of Off to Washington. And if any of your kids are out there are interested in also trying to figure out ways to get into community service and do a few things to just serve, inside of the book is also some community service projects that they can think about here, such as feeding the homeless, creating care packages for the homeless, collecting and donating books to shelters, reading to the elderly at nursing homes, and so many more. And also inside this book is a community service log that they can be able to capture their community services they've done. And also I have here on how to earn your community service presidential award as well, what you need to do to be able to get that. And yeah, so thank you for listening, and I hope that you all enjoyed Off to Washington, written by myself, Sabrina Wiggins. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.